Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Going to run through my empties and my melts for the week. Apologies for my voice. I've had a pretty bad cold / chest infection / something. Not COVID, got tested, I'm clean. But yeah, something. So my voice is not at its best and it will probably get worse as this goes on. So here's hoping I don't talk too much. So I'll start with the empties as I always do. So I emptied this clam of maple and wattle strawberry marshmallows. This is a really nice sweet smooth kind of scent, but this time around I actually don't remember it. I feel like I didn't go into the room where it was in. So I know I've enjoyed it in the past, but this time around I don't really remember smelling it. I know it's one that throws really well. It's probably not one I need to purchase again. But yeah, it is a nice, just, you know, pretty basic strawberry marshmallow scent. Pumpkin Parcel Scents Farmer's Market. So I know this is a bunch of fruits. It's got apple. It's definitely got some citrus and some stone fruits to it. I got really strong throw off it. It smelled really nice. Like, it's actually a really nice fruity scent. Probably one I would go for again in the springtime. So yeah, I would repurchase that one. It was actually a really nice mix of fruits. Nothing no fruit dominated or stood out or anything like that. And I haven't painted my nails yet either, so they're looking pretty stained and horrible. Super Tart Starfleet, so zucchini bread, jelly donuts and sugar cookies. This one I really like now. The first time I melted it, I was not that impressed. I barely smelt the jelly donuts. But the second and third melt, they really came through. Just that nice kind of sweetness from that jam. But you can still smell the zucchini bread really well as well. So this to me is actually a really nice staple zucchini bread scent from her. Good throw. I will actually repurchase this one. It's really good. So orange zest, pumpkin roll, buttercream, brown sugar and vanilla ice cream. This one, it's not bad, but I just couldn't bring myself to love it. Like, it wasn't quite orange enough, it wasn't quite spicy enough. It just kind of sat somewhere in the middle and didn't really, yeah, it felt like it needed more of something. So you know, the throw was okay. I think maybe it also probably could have thrown a bit stronger. Yeah, not something I would repurchase, but it's not terrible. It's just, yeah, there's other scents that kind of do that thing, but better. Here we go. Super Tarts Fury. So June grass, fresh air, white cat waves, and cedar. This is melting down in the front of the house at the moment. I really like her June grass scents, like so Iron Islands, Dobby, and this is one of the ones I know of. This is the woodsiest of the three with the cedar, and it's got that fresh, that white cap waves, which is a really it is this kind of salty water type scent, but it's a bit different to some of the other, like to salty sea air and to some of those other oceanic scents. But I really like it. It's got that kind of dry woodsy tone, but you know, it smells true to life. Like, it really, when you look at those scents and you think about, you know, standing on a kind of windswept sort of sand duney beach, it really does capture that scent. Quite strong. I think I will repurchase this one. I'll repurchase all of her June grass scents. Like, she does the best fresh, you know, kind of oceanside scents around, I reckon. Maple and Wattle Becky's Tea Party. So this one is fresh mint, black tea, black raspberry tea, and a dash of sweet milk. This is a strange scent for me. I don't hate it. It really reminds me of something. It's triggering nostalgic vibes, and I can't for the life of me pick exactly what it is. It's definitely minty, but it's a different kind of mint to what I'm used to. And it's definitely got a sweetness to it from the raspberry. I don't find it overly milky. Not a repurchase, although it is a really strong throw. It's probably one of the strongest throwing maple and wattle scents I've had. So it's not bad, but yeah, it's just not for me, I think. So that's the clams. Now onto some of the bags, which are mostly little ones I emptied. So this was a shrink wrapped thing, minty bean tinseled in a tangle, so it was like shaped like a Christmas tree. This was mistletoe, ivy, cedar, frosted musk, cranberry, rosewood, and evergreen. Look, this is a pretty scent, but just like everything else from Minty Bean, like really bad throws. So in my son's bedroom, which is quite enclosed, and pretty much everything throws in there. Like if something's not throwing in my son's bedroom, there's something wrong. It got probably as high as medium in there, like I could smell it. I definitely could not smell it at all in the kitchen, so it was non-existent there. But in my son's room, like that sweetness from that cranberry and you know, it was quite green, but you know, it was green and a little bit sweet. It was quite a nice scent. But yeah, just Minty Bean, just rubbish throw. I don't know why. Anyway, they're an Australian brand, and she seems to be focusing more on her nail polish and stuff. She runs Femme Fatale Cosmetics in Australia. So I haven't seen her put any more wax out since since Christmas pretty much. Maple and Wattle Snack Attack. So this was Fruit Loops, marshmallow fluff, and lemon cheesecake. I really like this scent. I've melted it before. And it seems like my sense of smell is pretty much back to normal, even though I sound terrible because I can smell it in the bag today. But when I melted it, my nose, because of me not feeling so well, completely just did not pick up any of the lemon. So all I got was the Fruit Loops, and I don't really love Fruit Loops on its own. So this is a repurchase, but not based on what I just melted in my last melt, because it wouldn't really be fair to judge it on that. It's normally really good. Sorry, I had to pause to cough. I probably will have to do that a few times. So Super Tarts Frankenstein. So this was coffee, pumpkin, I think, or pumpkin pie, something else, can't remember. I really enjoyed it though. I don't get coffee, the coffee kind of melted off pretty quickly, and it was just like a nice creamy pumpkin pie scent. I really did enjoy it. Not 100% sure if I'm going to repurchase it. Like, it wasn't bad, but I feel like I would have liked the coffee to have been a bit stronger. Sorry, I keep pausing. Melted Dove Black Sea from L3 Waxy Wonders. So I really like Black Sea. It's a very kind of oceanic cologne type scent to me. And I didn't pick the Dove up too strongly on this, but it was probably just there in the background. Very, very strong throw. It was nice. Like, I don't think I need to repurchase this one either, but you know, it was because I like Black Sea. It was a good enough melt. Vintage Road Candles, Iron Island. So Salty Sea Sprays, Wet Sand Dunes, and Seagrass. The first time I melted this, I remember I liked it. This time, I really didn't get any throw. I think less than medium. I think I found that these Game of Thrones scents, they were all single oils because a few vendors had them. They were great, but they didn't have the longevity there. So I found that I've got other Vintage Road Candle scents from the same time that are all throwing really well. So I don't think it's her wax. But any of the ones that were in this series, I'm not getting good throw from now, which is really disappointing because they were very nice scents. But yeah, this one just no throw this time around, so it wouldn't be a repurchase. Dessa's Homespun Scents Gingerbread Sweet Cakes. So this is a mix of, I think it's got like a honey vanilla glaze and gingerbread cakes. I really liked it. I don't normally like gingerbread scents, but this one was just sweet enough just to kind of tone that gingerbread spiciness down. And I really enjoyed it. I never would have purchased it, but yeah, it was really good and really strong. So look, I'm probably not going to purchase it anytime soon just because, you know, by the time her next pre-order comes around, it'll be getting into spring here in Australia. So there's not really much point in me buying it until next year, and it's not one I would probably buy in large quantities either, but I think in the lead up to autumn next year, I'll probably buy like one shot, because it is a nice one just to have every now and then. Sorry, I've paused so many times, but I'm determined to knock this video out and then go to bed. So Savannah Blue Chai and Chestnuts, Spiced Chai and Roasted Chestnuts. I had this one on earlier today. It's just a nice spice scent. It's not too chai-like, and it's not too nutty either. It's just a really nice balance. It was quite comforting and warm. It was probably medium-ish throw. It is her older wax formula. I don't know, I enjoyed it. Like it just seemed generic, like a very smooth, light chai. Like it wasn't a heavy chai or anything like that. So it was quite good. I don't think I'd repurchase it, but it was a nice enough melt. I think I overdid the spicy scents this week, to be honest. Empire Alchemy 6 Underground and the Huntress. This one, this one's going in my son's room at the moment. I love the Huntress. So the Huntress is like pear, pomegranate, Lord of Misrule. It's an amazing fruity Lord of Misrule scent. 6 Underground is like a dirt and mint, I think. And I found that I don't mind it, but I prefer the Huntress on its own. So I'm not getting the best throw off it, to be honest, this time. Because I was in there before and I didn't really smell it super strongly. So to me, this is like the Huntress with a bit of mint. So I wouldn't repurchase this. I think I'd stick to the Huntress, but it's okay. Okay, next up is Dessa's Homespun Scents October. So this one, I can't remember. I know it's a whole bunch of spicy things. It's not a bakery spicy. There's like cloves and I think mulled wine and a whole bunch of other things. I wasn't a huge fan. I feel like I need my spicy scents to be kind of anchored on a bakery. This was a bit much for me. So it was okay. You know, it's definitely like very, very kind of autumnal and Halloweenish and stuff. But I don't think it was really for me. So pretty good throw, but not a repurchase. Maple and Wattle Apple Cider Donuts. So this one was quite good, although I wish the throw had been a bit stronger. I probably shouldn't be judging anything that I melted this week on throw, just because my nose probably hasn't been quite as, like, I'm still smelling things, but maybe it hasn't picked things up as strongly, so it's kind of hard to say, but it was a nice spiced cider apple-ish scent, but I didn't smell it as much as I would like to, and I melted it up here in my office, so I usually get good throw up here. So it was a nice scent. I think I will try it again because Maple and Wattle is easy to get, to see if it performs better next time, because I like the scent, but yeah, I just didn't smell it as much as I would have liked. Orange Dreamsicle are also from Maple and Wattle. This one was really good. It's just a perfect creamy, slightly tart orangey scent. Really, really nice. Really strong, actually. I thought this was really strong. And it's really nice to be able to get this kind of scent in Australia. So I definitely will repurchase this. I might actually ask for her to do like a, do it in a clamshell or something, because it was really good. I did Pumpkin Parcel Peach Sunset. So this one is like a mix of florals and peach. It's actually a very nice juicy peach with floral scent. It made me sneeze a lot, so I melted it earlier this week before I was feeling sick, and it just seemed to trigger me a little bit, so I was sneezing a lot. So I won't be repurchasing it because of that, but it was a really nice scent and it threw very strongly. And then the last of my empties before I move on to everything else was Savannah Blue, Palo Santo, White Birch and Vanilla with Blue Sugar. So all three scents I love. They went together pretty well. So it came over, I find those sorts of notes with Blue Sugar make Blue Sugar come over very woodsy. I feel like Blue Sugar has a kind of woodsy manly tone, like a woodsy manly tone and a citrusy tone as well, and depending on what you blend it with, you play up either one side or the other. So this really played on the woodsy tone, and I'm sorry, you'll probably notice this video gets a little bit disjointed because I do keep pausing to cough. So yeah, this was pretty good. I think I prefer my Blue Sugar not as woodsy as this. So like Palo Santo, Blue Sugar and something else other than like a wood, but it was still a really nice scent. It was a customer blend, I think. So yeah, and the throat was pretty good. I'm not 100% sure if I would repurchase it, but it was nice. Alright, so that was the empties. Now to the non-empties. So a couple of scoops. L3 Waxy Wonders King of the North, and I also did L3 Waxy Wonders Oregon Autumn. So Oregon Autumn is like freshly fallen rain on damp leaves and I think a bit of smoke. I love this one because it's it's just my favourite leaf scent. It's got a bit of sweetness to it. Some leaf scents have got this really, I don't know if I want to say bitter, but that's kind of where they almost do a sour tone, not in a bad way, but just there's like a, yeah, there's a, and it definitely, like, both this and those sorts of leaf scents, they're legit, but they're just different. They're like different climates or different geography, like different types of green, I guess. So like they both remind me of walking in kind of a damp forest, but just with different trees, if that makes sense. But I prefer how Oregon Autumn does it. Because yeah, it's just got this really pretty, very slight sweetness to it, but it's not like a sweet scent. It's just, yeah. And then it blends really well with, so King in the North is like thunderstorms and pheromones and things like that. So it's just a really awesome, clean, manly scent. And these two together, so I melted them separately. I've melted Oregon Autumn on its own before and loved it. This was the first time I've melted King in the North on its own, and it's also very good. But both of them together, when you put them together, they just, they you know, they're amazing. So I have a loaf of them blended together, so I'll probably use that going forwards, but it's nice to have them separately as scoops as well, so I can melt them separately as well and fill the house up with that goodness. So I love them. Like, it's probably a while, given I've got the loaf as well, before I need to think about repurchasing, but they are favourites, and I have repurchased. I started off with a matrix melt with them combined, so they've already been a repurchase for me. Sassy Girl Aroma Montego Bay, so Beach Night and Blackberry Marshmallow. So this was my first time trying her Beach Nights. I do have like that the bee sampler on the way with a lot of Beach Night blends, and I hope I don't get too attached to them because she's not a brand I'll be purchasing again, so if I like any of them, then tough. Look, I did like this scent. I actually find I found the Blackberry Marshmallow to be quite overwhelming. So compared to some other Beach Nights since I've had, I didn't find the Beach Nights came through. It comes through, but it's not like dominating by any means. Like, it's a really nice blackberry scent. I can see why people like it so much. It threw really quite strongly. I had 2 pieces. So I did 2 squares in my kitchen warmer and 2 squares in my son's warmer. Super strong in my son's warmer. Possibly would have gone a third in the kitchen warmer, but it still did pretty well. But yeah, to me, it's definitely blackberry first, and then it's got that creaminess of the creamy marshmallowiness of the Beach Nights and the marshmallow underneath it with that salty Sierra-ness as well. So it's a really good scent. I'm not repurchasing Sassy Girl Aroma because it's just not a brand I want to buy again. But, you know, I already like Beach Nights and I'm already playing around with... I actually don't know if I need to have this blend again, to be honest. Like, I like Beach Nights, but this one, once I've melted through what's here, I think I'll be happy to be done with it, or to try Beach Nights and Blackberry from other vendors. Like, I don't see hers as being so special that, you know, nobody else could do anything similar or better. I'm pretty sure I could get better. Ebony Violet by the Campfire. So Blackberry Merlot, Tobacco Flower, Whiskey, Cocoa Marshmallow on top of Crackling Sandalwood and Amber and Patchouli. This is like one of my top 5 favourite scents. I cannot get enough of this scent. So it's quite a complex scent, but I'd say the notes that you get the most, the Blackberry Merlot for sure. You get that marshmallow and you actually get that cocoa, but it's not like a horrible chocolate or anything. It really is just a hint of a real hot cocoa with marshmallows. And then there is that woodsiness underneath, so that campfire scent. It is just one of the most amazing and somewhat comforting and just atmospheric scents, and it throws like a beast, and it's just amazing. So 100%, I've got another small bag after this. I will keep repurchasing it, whether I get a loaf of it when she does customs or I don't know, but this is one I never want to be without. It is so good. It is a single oil, so I could probably get it from another vendor, but, you know, she's been the first vendor I've seen offer it in her single oil collection, and, you know, it does so well that I don't see any reason to get it from anyone else. I think I'd be happy to keep getting it from her. Oh, another scoop. So L3 Waxy Wonders, Palo Santo Leaves and Mellow Fireside. So this is really pretty. Now this one does have, when I say leaves, this one's got that more kind of, it's just got more of a tang or twang to it. Like, it's hard to describe, but it does. But here, the sweetness goes, the Palo Santo sweetness and the Mellow Fireside go really well with it. It's just nice. Like, it's just a really, it's not one of the best Palo Santo blends she has, but it is nice. I'm not 100% sure if I would repurchase this one, just because I have other Palo Santo blends of hers I like better. It throws really well though. But I have been enjoying using that one. Vintage Road Candles Outlander. So this is Yuzu, Driftwood, Sea Breeze, Rain and Gain. This is one of my favourite fresh scents. It's still throwing really strongly. I'm really pleased to report, because on cold I wasn't so sure. You do get the gain come through quite strongly, which normally I don't like. But the way it blends with the rain and the slight kind of tart citrusness from the yuzu and the sea breeze, like, it's just an amazing scent that's not just a laundry. So this is one of the few kind of laundry blends I actually can tolerate and enjoy. So very strong throw still, even though it's, you know, over 12 months old. 100% would repurchase this one. It is such a good scent. I sort of forgot I had it for a while, to be honest, but I really, really like it. I melted it. We had, the reason why I'm sick is because we had family over, and of course they decided to come over even though they were unwell. And I had that scent on just because I wanted nice kind of clean scents going, and it was really good. Alright, next up, I also melted at the same time Super Tarts Illuminati. So mistletoe, clean linen, pomegranate and lemon custard. So similar thing, because this is just a really pretty clean scent as well. I was a bit uncertain about how it would go, lemon custard and clean linen, but it's really nice. I don't find any of the notes really dominate here. Like, that lemon custard, which is her lemon curd, can be very strong and overbearing, but it's not here. The mistletoe just adds a nice greenness to it. It's got that pomegranate, but again, it's not too strong. It's just a really well-balanced, kind of clean and fruity scent. I don't know. It's not like, oh, that's a really strong fruity scent, or, oh, that's really, it's just, the overwhelming vibe is definitely like a clean kind of scent, I will say that, but in a nice sort of fresh way. It was really strong in the throw. I would repurchase this. I actually really, really enjoyed it, because I'm not big on those sort of fresh, clean scents, but this one was really good. That one and Outlander are a couple of my favourites, actually. Gosh, I've still got a lot to get through. I'm babbling. Barrett's Wax Crafts Tobacco and Vanilla and Oak in Flowering Tobacco. So look, this is a really nice, pretty woodsy scent. I'm not smelling it that much at the moment though. This one seems to be one my nose is killing for now. And I think it was, I melted it midweek, and I think, because the last time I melted it, it threw really strongly. This time I couldn't smell it so much, but I think that's on me, not on the scent itself. So, but it's just a really, really pretty mix. So I think it will probably do better next time, because it's been getting stronger in throw lately. Like, it's a year old. And I found when I melted it a couple of months ago, it was like blow you out the house, whereas previously it had been kind of subtle. Actually, you know what? I will say it might actually be the melts, because he does chunks, so tobacco and vanilla oak in flowering tobacco, and then over port, which is the flowering tobacco. And I have a feeling it depends on, I haven't figured out which way yet, but I think it might be, I think last time I melted it, I got a big chunk of the over pour, and I think that doesn't throw as well. But if you get it with the vanilla oak, I think that gets better throw, because those chunks I think are throwing quite well. So I might play around with that next time, but I think I had a feeling that was going on last time, that I just got a bit with whichever of those scents throws the most. And that's why the performance is kind of varied a little bit on melt to melt. But anyway, look, this one's probably not a repurchase. I've held on to that star pie for a while. I've enjoyed it, but once it's done, I think it's done for me. Just grabbing all the rest of the bags of things I melted. L3 Waxy Wonders Double Bubble Purple Cola Blackberry Fizz. This one I mostly got cola and grape soda. I really didn't get any of that ginger ale or the blackberry fizz, which is a bit disappointing because that's why I got it. I still liked it. I think the blackberry is there because I would have disliked the grape otherwise, whereas I didn't mind it. But it didn't really grab me. So right now it's probably not one I'd want to repurchase. The throw was somewhere between medium and strong as well. So I might leave it sit for a little bit, and then when the weather starts warming up, I'll give that one another go and see how I feel. I found an empty that I didn't talk about. So this is Maleficent from Super Tarts. This is Rose Jam, Dragon's Blood, something else, Amber and Cloves. Sorry. Pardon me, I normally catch myself before I cough on camera. But this one I really just get kind of a dirtied up rose jam. It comes through really strongly as rose jam with just a little bit of a hint of those other things. So I'm not the biggest fan of melting rose jam. I used to really like it in the bath, like for bath products, but as a melt, I'm not the biggest fan. So this one is not a repurchase. It throws really strongly though. Like I did a quarter of a shot and it was like blow you out of the house strong. So if you like strong rose jam blends, that's a great one. Empire Alchemy Stray Cat Strut. So Cool Cat Shave, Roasted Pine Cones and Crushed Sage. I like this at the start because it was a good kind of, the Cool Cat Shave is the strongest, that kind of shaving cream scent. But you did get the pine cones and the crushed sage. However, as it went on, I found sometimes shaving cream smells really kind of plastic to me. And I felt like the other notes kind of died off, and it just left me with that sort of plasticky, again, that plasticky shaving cream. So, yeah, this one not a repurchase, I think. Like, it's okay, but I'm not the biggest lover of shaving cream to begin with. And, yeah, the sage and the pine cones sort of died off for me fairly quickly. Another Empire Alchemy, so Beneath the Milky Twilight. This is Salty Sea Air, Toasted Marshmallow, Waffle Cone, and Vanilla Bean Oil. This one was strange. I thought I'd love it, right? I've melted all of those notes. I like them. I thought putting them together was a no-brainer. When it first started melting and on cold, I don't like it. I can't work out. I think it might be her waffle cone. Yeah, it just smells really strongly of a really sweet kind of waffle cone, and I don't like it. So yeah, for the first sort of half an hour to an hour, I really wasn't enjoying it. Then that waffle cone kind of, the salty sea air started to come out more in the marshmallow, and then it became more of a scent that I actually enjoyed. So, because I really like salty sea air with marshmallow, so I started to enjoy it then, but that only lasted for about another hour, and then I couldn't smell much at all. So I'll have to give it another go and see if it lasts a bit longer next time. But based on that melt, probably not a repurchase. You know, yeah, it just like, it was just a weird one. Especially because I thought I would like it just based on the notes and because I've heard good things about it as well. But it just not yeah, so I'll see. Hopefully, if it lasts a bit longer, because once it hit that sort of stride with the vanilla, the waffle cone tone down, then I think I started to like it more. So if that had lasted longer, then I probably would have liked the melts a bit more. I have to say, doing a melts video when you're coughing away is really bad, because I'm pretty sure the scents are actually, like, smelling the scents is making me feel worse. But I'm determined to knock this off and put these melts away and then go to bed. I'm not too far done. I've got a few Super Tarts clams to get through after this. So Closet Full of Wax, Commentary by the Beach. So a freshly printed book straight off the press, Salty Sea Air Cocoa Butter Cashmere. I did enjoy this one. I was a bit worried about that freshly printed books aspect. But melted, it was mostly cocoa butter cashmere with a bit of that salty sea air. So it was a nice, cocoa butter cashmere is a nice, it's got a nice kind of creamy amber-like sweetness to it. So it's quite a nice scent. This did, look, in my bedroom, 1 cube was perfect. In the lounge room, which I am still trying to figure out best throw from, I probably should have done 2, but it still performed reasonably well, I think. So yeah, this one, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be a repurchase. I do wish she used better poly bags. These ones rip, but it was a nice scent. It was okay. I've had better cocoa butter cashmere blends, but that one wasn't too bad. L3 Waxy Wonders Earl Grey tea, vanilla patchouli and white tea. So this is a really pretty scent. It's not what I expected. It's not really a tea scent so much to me. I mean, it is, but it's actually coming off very tea on cold, but I think the vanilla patchouli really kind of comes out when you warm it up. Probably only medium throw. This one's never been the super strong kind of scent for me. But it is pleasant. It's probably not a repurchase. Like, I've had it for a while and I've been melting it quite slowly. I'll probably try to finish it off in the next few weeks just so it's gone, but it was enjoyable. But yeah, not something I need to have again. Now I have a bunch of Super Tarts clams that I did not finish. So let me just grab them. So they are within minute. Oh, here's one. No, this isn't Super Tarts. Sniff My Tarts. So birthday cake, lemon cheesecake, lemon meringue pie, peaches and cream. This one smells like a kind of fake peachy cheesecakey scent. I don't hate it. I kind of like it. I wish it would throw stronger. All Sniff My Tarts, I wish it would throw stronger. Yeah, it's okay. Not a repurchase, but it's alright. So clams. So Collector Basic Bitch Salty Sea Air. If I do seem like I'm rushing, it's just because I really want to sort of finish up so I stop coughing all over you. Oh, that sounds terrible, I know. I'm not coughing all over. Anyway, yeah, let's just leave that there. Blue Sugar, Peppermint Vanilla, Pink Sugar, and Salty Sea Air. This scent was really good. Like, really good. The peppermint is not too strong. Her peppermint's never too strong for me. I really enjoy it. You know, to me it was like a peppermint blue, a creamy peppermint pink and blue sugar scent with just a bit of salty sea air. The salty sea air is not overwhelming here. So if you like blends that are blue sugar and pink sugar together, this would probably be right up your alley. The throw was pretty good. I'd say somewhere between medium and strong. Maybe needs a little bit more cure time. I think I haven't had it very long. And this is possibly a repurchase. I actually have really enjoyed this one. It's a great blue sugar scent. I'm not the biggest fan. I like blue sugar better than pink sugar, but I don't mind pink sugar and blue sugar together. So, another blue sugar scent. So Pippin, blue sugar, orange, marshmallow fluff, and blue sponge sugar. This one's one of my favourites. I've only got 1 cube left, but I think I've got another clam. It's quite strong on the orange, and kind of a candy kind of orange. I think because of the blue cotton candy that's in it. Because it is meant to be like quite a candy-like scent. So it's like a strong orange blue sugar candy scent. which normally candy scents aren't my thing, but because of the blue sugar, that makes it really kind of enjoyable for me. So super strong throw. I have already repurchased this one, so it's definitely one I'm going to keep coming back to. Giles, so orange and Earl Grey tea. I love orange and tea scents, but there's something about this one that doesn't quite work for me. It just must be the type of orange. I don't know. Anyway, I don't hate it, but I just, compared to the other orange and tea scents that I like, this one's just not comparable. So, pretty good throw. Not something I will repurchase. I've got one other clam after this. I accidentally bought two, so I will keep melting through it. But once it's done, I think that scent will be done for me. Creeper status. So green apple, yellow cake, strawberry, vanilla ice cream. I really enjoy this one. To me, it's like a different take on an apple scent. It's not quite a candy apple, but it's not like a realistic apple either. It's just like a sweet, fruity, almost like an apple glaze, but not like a cinnamony one or anything. I don't know, it's hard to describe, but it is really, she does those kind of light cake and fruit scents really well. You know, so it's just like it's just a nice pop of apple. Strawberry I think is subtle, but I do think it's there. Yeah, so it's not much to say. It's just a really nice kind of it's a nice sort of spring summery bakery, I suppose. The throw is really good. This was a repurchase because I had it as a sample. It's not one I feel like I need to run out of my way and get loads more of, but you know, it's one I don't mind having around. Flash, so strawberries, lemonade and creamy cake. This was so good. This was the first time I melted this one. So to me, you really get that strong lemonade, like a real strong strawberry lemonade. And then, but that creamy cake note underneath just makes it, I don't know, it just anchors it. Like it's definitely a strawberry lemonade scent, but if you compared it to a straight up strawberry lemonade, it's that's where you sort of go, oh yeah, it's definitely got that cake to it. Like it's really, really good. Super strong throw. 100% would repurchase this one. I really enjoyed it. A few more clams to go. So Ron, sweetened cereal, marshmallow, sugary milk. So that is magically delicious with orange sherbet. Sorry, another quick break. This one's not bad. I like that orange sherbet note. I find that quite strong. Like, magically delicious on its own, I can't go, yes, that's definitely there. Although I'm sure if you took it away, it would smell quite different. It's just a creamy, slightly fizzy, fruity scent. It's not bad. Like, I don't mind it. I think I melted at the same time as Orange Dreamsicle from Maple and Wattle. And I think I liked the Orange Dreamsicle scent a little bit better. So, not sure. I'll see how I go melting this before I decide whether I would repurchase that one or not. It was okay. Hufflepuff, so banana whipped cream and pie crust. Look, this one on cold, I don't like. It smells like like banana custard. Like it's really like fake banana, like artificial cheap banana custard. Warmed up, the pie crust came out a lot more and it became a lot more tolerable. Like I don't like it cold. Warmed up, it's okay. It's still not really my kind of scent. I still find it's like a custardy banana scent that I'm just not on board with. But I did appreciate that pie crust scent came across quite strong. So not a repurchase. It is a very strong scent. Not a repurchase for me, but that's, yeah, just I don't think banana scents are necessarily my thing. Effie, so ginger ale, grape soda and sponge sugar. I quite like, on cold, it's very grape soda. But I think the ginger ale is not super strong, but it was like soda, but I came in and I was like, I don't hate this. I enjoyed it. So yeah, it's funny though, on cold it really is giving me grape soda vibes, but I know when I melted it. It was more, it was just a better, it's like an improved version of grape soda, if that makes sense. So I enjoyed it. Probably not feeling like I need to repurchase this at this point. We'll see how I go with the rest. But yeah, it's definitely better warm than it was cold. And then the last one for this week, which I'm melting in here at the moment, is Iron Islands, which is June grass, sea salt, and teakwood. So I mentioned at the start with Fury how much I like her June grass scents. I think this one is my favourite. And it's that combination of the sea salt and the June grass. It, for some reason, actually brings out a real kind of grassy sweetness to it. But it's still definitely got that oceanic kind of vibe, but it's not as harsh as Fury. Yeah, it's definitely got a grassy sweet kind of, yeah, it's a grassy sort of sweetness to it. It's almost floral, but it's not quite. It's a really, really nice scent, super strong. 100% would repurchase this one. Like, this one is a really, really great scent. Like, she does great blends with June grass, but this one I think is my favourite. Okay, that's it. Thankfully, I don't know how much longer I could have gone. That is everything I melted this week. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you subscribe, thank you for subscribing. Hope you're all keeping well. Hopefully my voice will be back in form this week, and my nose, because I actually do have a huge forwarder box coming this week. So a ridiculously big one, one that sort of made me think I definitely need to slow my roll. So I will, when that gets here, I'll probably have to chunk that up. It'll be while I'm working, so I'll probably just do, you know, 1 or 2 videos per day for each of the vendors, just going through, you know, like I usually do, my just my thoughts on them on colds. So that's exciting, but yeah, I really want to feel better than this before I get stuck into those. So I'm gonna go and have a cup of herbal tea and go to bed. So yeah, thanks everyone, bye.